Welcome back to the English Boost podcast. I'm Anna, and here with me, as always, is the one and only Liam.
Hey everyone, and yes, it's me, Liam, ready to dive into another episode. Today we're talking about something every traveler's either stressed about or excited for, navigating a new country.
Exactly. And let's be real, there's always that mix of adventure and sheer panic when you realize, oh wait, I actually have to communicate with people here. So today we're helping you out with the essential phrases and questions that every traveler needs to know. Whether you're jetting off for business or a little getaway, we've got you covered.
And we'll be talking about everything from landing at the airport to ordering that first meal with confidence. I mean, imagine walking into a restaurant, scanning the menu confidently, and asking, what do you recommend? Like a total pro. That's what we want for you.
Yes. So let's turn that travel jitters into curiosity-driven confidence. We're here to make sure you feel more at ease, no matter where you are. And trust us, you'll walk away from this episode ready to explore any English-speaking destination with ease.
So without further ado, let's jump right in. Ready to break down some travel talk, Anna?
Oh, absolutely. Let's kick things off with the basics, the essentials of arrival. This is where we'll get into greetings, customs, and a little small talk to make that perfect first impression.
Alright, so you've just stepped off the plane, taken in that first breath of new country air, and then it hits you. What do I say? Where do I even start? Anna, what's the first thing travelers need to remember?
Great question. First things first, greetings. This is your chance to make a friendly impression. A simple hello or hi works wonders. But if you want to show a bit more enthusiasm, go with hey there or good morning. People usually respond well when they see you're making an effort.
Exactly. And once you're past the initial hello, you'll likely be asked a few questions. One of the common ones is, where are you from? So you could respond with, I'm from country X, or I'm visiting from country Y. It's straightforward, but gives the person you're talking to a little context.
Right, and it's super handy for small talk, which might feel a bit awkward at first, but here's a tip. Ask about the local weather. It sounds simple, but saying something like, is it usually this warm, cold here? Or, I wasn't expecting this weather, can open up a friendly exchange.
Yeah, weather is a classic, and if you're moving through customs or airport security, there are a couple of polite phrases you should have in your back pocket. When you're asked to present your passport or documents, you can say, here you go, or of course. It sounds small, but it keeps things friendly and smooth.
And for anyone out there worried about customs asking too many questions, just remember, most of the time they're just asking things like, what's the purpose of your visit? Or, how long will you be staying? Keep your answers short and sweet. I'm here on vacation for a week, or I'm here for work for 2 weeks, does the trick.
Exactly. Keeping it simple helps keep things moving, and you'll be on your way to enjoy your trip in no time. So there you have it, the basics of arrival covered. Once you've got these, you're ready to make those first few moments stress-free.
All right, up next, we'll tackle the classic traveler dilemma, getting around. So you're all checked in, maybe had your first chat with a local, and now it's time to actually get somewhere. Liam, how often have you found yourself totally lost in a new place?
Oh, more times than I'd like to admit. I think we've all been there, staring at maps, squinting at street signs, and wondering, how on earth do I get to wherever? So let's save our listeners that pain and get right into the key phrases for asking directions.
Yes. Let's start with the classic, how do I get to... This phrase is like gold. You can say, how do I get to destination X? And then add something like by bus or on foot if it matters. It's so straightforward, and people usually respond well when you lead with it.
Totally. And if you're given instructions like turn left at the next corner, don't worry if you don't catch every word. Key phrases to listen for are left, right, straight, and corner. Those words alone will give you a pretty good idea of where to head.
And hey, if they say take the second right, just make sure you don't turn at the first one. And don't be afraid to confirm by asking, so, after 2 blocks, it shows you're paying attention, and most people will appreciate that and clarify even more.
That's such a great point. Now, if you're using public transportation, like buses or trains, you'll want to ask, where can I catch the bus to? Or which train goes to? And don't hesitate to ask, how long does it take? So you're not in for any surprises.
Yes. And once you're on your way, it's also good to ask something like, can you let me know when we reach destination Y? It's especially useful if you're on a longer route and not sure when to get off. People are usually happy to help.
Absolutely. So, asking for directions doesn't have to be intimidating. With these phrases, you'll feel more in control of where you're going, and honestly, it can even open up some great conversations with locals.
All right, next stop, checking into your hotel.
So you've made it to your destination and successfully navigated your way around. Now, it's time to check into your hotel. Anna, checking into a hotel can feel a bit formal, right?
Oh, absolutely. But it doesn't have to be. Here's a tip to start things off smoothly. When you walk up to the reception desk, just say, "Hello, I have a reservation under your name." It's direct and gets the conversation rolling. You could even add a friendly, "How's your day going?" if you want to break the ice.
That's a great way to warm up the interaction. Once you've checked in, there might be a few things you need to ask, like what time is checkout or is breakfast included? These questions are straightforward but give you all the important details without any confusion.
Definitely. And if you're looking for specific amenities, like say the gym or Wi-Fi, you can ask, "Do you have a gym here?" or "Is the Wi-Fi free?" Hotels usually expect these questions, so don't hesitate to ask about what's available.
Right. And if something isn't quite right with your room, like if you need extra towels or something needs fixing, don't worry. Just call down and say, "Hi, could I get an extra towel?" or "There seems to be an issue with the problem." People in hospitality are there to help, so they're usually happy to make things right.
Exactly. And when it's time to check out, a simple, "I'd like to check out, please," is all you need. They might ask if everything was okay, so it's nice to say, "Yes, everything was great," or mention if you had any issues. Politely, of course.
Great point, Anna. These little phrases go a long way in making you feel more comfortable, and they show you're making an effort, which people always appreciate. So that covers hotels and accommodations.
Ready to head out for a bite to eat? Because next up is dining out, where we'll go over ordering, paying, and all the polite ways to make your restaurant experience smooth and enjoyable. All right, you've checked in, dropped off your bags, and now it's time to enjoy one of the best parts of traveling: food. Dining out in a new country can be exciting, but a bit nerve-wracking, especially if you're not sure what to say. But don't worry, we've got you covered.
Yes. Let's start with something simple. When you sit down, your server might say something like, "Hi, can I get you something to drink?" You can respond with, "Yes, I'll have a water, please," or go straight for that local beverage you've been wanting to try. It's easy, and it shows you're ready to dive in.
And when it's time to order food, one of my favorite phrases is, "What do you recommend?" It's such a good way to get the inside scoop on the best dishes. Plus, it often leads to a little chat about what's popular or unique on the menu.
That's a great tip. And if you have dietary restrictions like being vegetarian or needing gluten-free options, you can say something like, "I'm vegetarian. Are there any vegetarian options?" Or, "Do you have gluten-free choices?" Servers are usually happy to help you find something that works.
Right, and once you've enjoyed your meal, you'll want to ask for the check. You can simply say, "Could I have the check, please?" or "May I get the bill?" They mean the same thing and are universally understood, so don't worry about which one to use.
Now we've covered all the essentials.
Oh yeah, your essential toolkit for navigating any English-speaking destination with confidence. We hope these phrases and tips make your travels smoother and a lot more enjoyable.
Absolutely. Remember, communication doesn't have to be perfect. It's about making connections, getting what you need, and having a great experience. Just a few key phrases can make all the difference, and most people really appreciate the effort.
Exactly. So whether you're checking into a hotel, asking for directions, or ordering a meal, just go for it. Confidence is key, and you've got all the tools you need now to make your trip a memorable one.
And if you ever feel nervous, just remember, you're not alone. So many people feel the same way. Take a deep breath, smile, and give it a shot. Before you know it, you'll be navigating conversations like a pro.
Thanks so much for joining us on today's episode of the English Boost podcast. We love taking this journey with you and hope you're feeling ready to tackle your next adventure.
And if you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with a friend who might need a confidence boost too. Every bit helps.
Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, we're here to help you boost your English and make the world feel a little smaller. One phrase at a time. Safe travels, everyone.
See you next time. Take care.